Hi guys, another week of story times. And this story time is me defending myself because I'm going to tell the story without having someone over here telling a different side of the story. This is my story about when I defended myself in a possible fight. Okay, so this is what happened. When I was 19, and I was new in the Air Force. I was still in Monterey. Well, I just got into Monterey. I think I'd only been there for about 1 month. And what they did was shortly after you got there, you were not allowed off base and you had to wear uniform all the time. And then after you were there for a couple weeks, you were allowed off base, but you had to be in uniform. And when you're on base, you could be in civilian clothes. And then after like a month, I think, I don't really remember, or a couple weeks of that, then you were allowed off base in civilian clothes as well as on base with civilian clothes. And so when I'd been there for about a month, and it was about this time that I was, maybe not even a month, I was allowed off base, but I had to be in uniform. But they were having a car wash fundraiser, and so you were allowed to go off base in civilian clothes if you were volunteering at this fundraiser. So I was like, oh yeah, definitely. I used to do car washes for schools, for church events all the time. So I was like, and get off base in civilian clothes. Yes, yes. So we went to this car wash, and as I've said repeatedly, I was brand new. I was 19 years old, and there was a guy there. I will call him Steven. Steven got there after I did. So I didn't know him well. We were already friendly, but I did not know him very well. And Steven is probably about 6'1" or something, 6 feet, over 6 feet. I'm not sure. I'm very short. It's very difficult for me to gauge heights. And I am 5'1" and a quarter of an inch. At this time, I was probably about 40 pounds lighter than I currently am. So I was a very small person. And in case you don't know me, I run my mouth 24/7. I'm always running my mouth. If someone has something to say, I'm going to say it back, even if you don't have anything to say. Sometimes I'm just running my mouth, and I'm talking a lot of smack for someone who can't reach the middle shelf in the kitchen without a step. So we were waiting around I think we were waiting around to be told what to do. And I'm again, just talking, oh, hey, what's up, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you need to be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. Running my mouth, like I always do, looking cute. And Steven turns to me. He's like, you know what, Cartagena? I'm getting real tired of your crap. Let's fight. And when he said this, he put his fist up like this. I did not know him well enough at this point to know whether this man is a woman abuser or not. And I will maintain that because I was new there. He was even newer than I was. And so I don't know if he's joking or not. And to boot, he puts his fist up first. Me, standing 5'1" and a quarter of an inch, he is like legitimately a foot taller than me. I don't have the opportunity to take chances to wait to see if he's serious or not. I can't wait until he hits me first, because if he does, I'm probably going to be out for the count. So what I do is, in my mind, natural, it was like an instinct. He put his fist up, So without even thinking, I put mine up and I just pop, 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 right in his mouth. I hear, and everyone looks at me and he's like, I'm bleeding. You made me bleed my own blood. First off, I just want to say, you're always going to bleed your own blood, because if you're not bleeding your own blood, what are you bleeding? And that's really freaky, and you are probably not of this earth. Anyways, I digress. So, he's bleeding. Everyone's turning to me. They're like, you hit Steven. I'm like, he wanted to fight me. He said, I'm tired, and I quote, I'm getting real tired of your crap, Cartagena. Let's fight. End quote. And after that, everyone was like, Steven is the nicest person ever. He wouldn't hurt a fly. He was obviously joking, Cartagena. You hit that man and made him bleed his own blood. I was defending myself. I could not take the chance and wait for him to hit me first. That is what I'm saying. That is what I will continue to say for the rest of my life. Now, something that sucks is that this is when we were like brand new at that base. And we were there for like a year and a half. So, and we had about the same friends and everything. So for that time being, everyone was always joking, oh, Cartagena hit Steven. She punched him in the lip, made him bleed. The next base that I was at, he was there too. I was there for about 6 or 7 months, and he got there and he introduced me to one of his other friends. And when he's introducing me, he tells that story again. But he doesn't mention that he wanted to fight me first. He's just like, this is Cartagena. We were stationed over there together. She punched me in the mouth and made me bleed. And of course, what does his friend say? You punched Steven? He's like the nicest guy ever. He wouldn't hurt a fly. So I didn't quite get away from this at this base. I'm like, okay, next base, nobody's going to know. He was going to a different state than I was. We were going to be like halfway across the country. I'm cool, right? No. I get to my next base. And who's at this next base? Steven's friend. I'll call him Jonathan. Jonathan was at this next base. And he tells people that I work on crew with. He's just like, oh, we see each other. We're like, hey, what's up? And I forget, someone I think was trying to get like snippy with me or whatever. And he says, watch out for her. She hit one of my friends when she was in, training. She punched him right in the mouth and made him bleed. He wanted to fight me first. So I didn't get away from it at my last base either. But this is me telling my side of the story. He wanted to fight me. I'm 5'1". He's a foot taller than me. I can't take chances if somebody bigger than me wants to fight me. So that's what had happened. I will maintain that until the day that I die. And I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I know it's kind of boring for other people. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure that my side of the story was told, because I will say that Steven is a really good guy, and he was a great friend to me. But that was before I knew all that. This is when we were brand new. I didn't know him yet, and I just couldn't take the chance. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.